Will, thanks for joining me. How are things?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Yeah.
First of all, many congratulations on winning the Rookie Championship for the juniors and also obviously coming second overall, which was a superb achievement in your first year. I know I spoke to you at various times in the season, and I know you would have loved to have won the overall championship, but that was a big ask. But the Rookie Championship in itself this year was particularly strong.
Yeah, obviously racing against some of my competitors from karting, I knew it was going to be a tough ask. But yeah, just I focused as much as I could throughout the season, and yeah, in the elite, push really, really hard, and yeah, managed to come away with it. So we're all pretty pleased in how it all went.
I wanted to talk to you about Elite because when I've spoken to young drivers like yourself, I very rarely get into discussing the team environment and how you find the team. I mean, I guess it goes back to before the scholarship last year. Is that right?
Yeah, I think yeah, sort of around the last two rounds of last season, I'd sort of hang around with Elite a little bit, trying to get used to the old Ginetta paddock, and sort of just after the last round, I sort of started testing with the team and getting to know people.
And then you went into the Winter Championship. As we record this, the Winter Championship or the Winter Weekend is upcoming this weekend. Any advice for youngsters having their first meeting?
Probably just have as much fun as you possibly can. I mean, if it's, say, your first ever time racing and you're planning on doing the actual Ginetta Junior Championship next year, just drive around, get used to the car, and I mean, have as much fun as you possibly can, really. Yeah.
And what was your aim at the start of the year? I mean, did you think that you were going to be in the running for the overall championship, or were you going for the rookie win? What was the plan?
Yeah, I'd say sort of we're looking just for rookie. Plan was just to get as many rookie wins as possible, and just see how it goes in the main championship. Because yeah, just I think the plan was just go for as many rookie wins as we possibly can, and just be consistent. So yeah.
Tell me about the people that helped you at Elite. I mean, we know all about your teammates that are on track, but tell us about some of the people in the background that have helped you over the years and over the year and what they've done.
Yeah, so obviously, probably the three big ones I'd say is Steph Hodgett, Kurt Champion, who was my mechanic, and Richard Skills, who was the team manager, and yeah, of course you got Edward Ives. Yeah, I think Steph was the one that taught me how to drive a race car, and really progressed me as a driver, and not just on track but off track as well. Was helping me out become more professional. And yeah, the Richard and Kurt were helping me set up, and Eddie was also around there helping me become a best driver I can.
It worked very, very well for you. Obviously, Elites are involved in GB4, and I think you're watching some GB Formula cars going around today. But great news for us is that you're going into the British F4 Championship for the 2023 season. Mega news, but you're leaving Elite because they're not competing in there, are you? Going to High Tech?
Yeah, yeah. It was a decision that was sort of done. I think a bit with Elite and a bit with me. I think it was one of those. I'm quite close to a couple of the High Tech drivers and a couple of people in the team, and I think the relationship between Elite and High Tech is quite good. So yeah, it was left on quite neutral terms. Yeah.
High Tech themselves had a terrific year, didn't they? And had a very strong driver lineup, which looks like continuing for next year. How much in race weekends were you focused on juniors, and how much were you also focused on maybe looking ahead and looking at who you might be up against next year in F4?
To be honest, I wasn't really looking at F4 at all. I mean, I'd started a couple of testing it here and there in the Formula 4 car before the end of the season in Ginetta, but yeah, I was really on a race weekend. I was fully focused on Ginetta. I mean, up until the last round, I still had a chance of winning the championship, and when I wasn't in a chance of winning a championship, I was still in contention contention of P2. So yeah, I was just I was fully focused on Ginetta Juniors, and then now the season's over. I'm now full focus on British F4 next year.
How much testing have you done so far?
So I've done the official Snetterton new drivers test day.
Yeah.
And just a couple of other exclusives with the team. Yeah. So a little bit. Yeah.
And when does racing start?
So next week I've got the F4 Trophy race, which is the support race for Abu Dhabi Formula One. So that's my first race in the F4 car, and I've got the F4 UAE Championship at the beginning of next year. Sorry. I'll be racing in that, and obviously, first round starts in April.
I'm guessing that the UAE Championship is great prep for you. A couple of drivers from F4 this year in the UK did it over the winter last year, and there's surely no substitute, is there, for racing? Much better than testing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously in a race you can get used to all the start procedures and everything, and it gets you fully known to what it's going to be like for a race meeting. And I think that's something that obviously I missed out a little bit in Ginetta. As I said, I had winter series, but UAE is like a full championship, so that's something I can get used to. And just get used to every sort of situation I can really, and it's perfect prep for the British.
Are there any technical differences between UAE and the Great British Championship for next year?
I think there's some little changes with the car. I think the UAE will be UAE. I certainly know for the trophy race that I'll be running a different tyre to the Rocket British F4 Championship. So I think that's the only difference I know at the moment.
The other difference might be the weather. We were quite lucky this year with a decent summer, weren't we? But next year, who knows? And at the moment, it's pretty appalling over here. So must be looking forward to all the travelling. How does that interfere with studies and things like that?
So I guess I'm in that sort of year right now where I'm doing my GCSEs as well. So it's all a little bit complicated, I can say to say the least. But I'm full focus on racing and trying to become a racing driver, and studying the best I can here and there, but homeschooling's had to come into play and all that now, so
Is there ever a time, and I want an honest answer here, is there ever a time when you go, I'm going to be a racing driver, I don't need exams?
I think 90%, 99% of the time I'm thinking to myself, what's the point of me doing these as I want to become a racing driver. But I mean, it's something I need to get done, and I'm full focused on becoming a racing driver. But also, I'm focusing on trying to get these GCSEs out of the way.
Yeah, it's a good thing to do, just to tick the box to say you've done it. Obviously, wish you well with that. It's a difficult thing to balance a career, because you're looking at a career, and there are not many people of your age that actually know what they're going to do or what they want to do. So I'd say it's quite a difficult thing to balance, particularly as some of the studies that you do might not appear 100% relevant. So after the UAE Championship, is there much testing in the UK, or is it just on the official race days that you come back for?
I'm not really too sure yet. I think right now it's a bit far away, as UAE ends in February. So I've still got quite a while to then, but I think till January, especially with this poor weather, I don't think we'll be doing a lot more test days.
Okay, and I think we're going to miss you at the Ginetta do then. That means you're away if you've got the trophy race coming up, so you won't be at the Ginetta Awards. Yeah,
unfortunately, I'll have to miss that. So
we'll make sure somebody collects the prize for you and does a message. Maybe we'll get a message to go in. I think Ginetta might be looking at that sort of thing anyway. So just hanging around today at Silverstone, and what is it that you're watching today?
I'm just watching some GB3 cars with high tech. Obviously, some F4 cars are out, and it's the Silverstone GP circuit that they're running today. So it's something that will be new to F4 next year. So yeah, I'm just watching some F4 cars, some GB3 cars, trying to learn as much as I possibly can.
And getting a bit acquainted with the team as well.
Exactly.
Will, thanks for taking the time out of your Silverstone day to do this. It's lovely just to have a chat to people. I'm delighted that you're signed for Hi-Tech next year, and all being well, we'll be calling the races again, I hope, and we'll see you and your family on the grid next year. But have a great winter. Best of luck for the UAE races, and we'll be keeping a keen eye on that.
Thank you very much. Can't wait to see you in April. See ya.
Look forward to that. Thank you.